It's going to be all right.
Time to tip the scale. On my mark. We're not done yet.
Nosferatu is a move you won't see nor hear from very often. However, as a solo Robin main myself, this move has quite the uses which aren't utilized very often. This video is made to explain and demonstrate how to exactly use Nosferatu in a multitude of cases. First off, we'll start with explaining how exactly Nosferatu works, as with this move, knowing how it works covers like the half of this entire guide, because there are a few rules to this move which you do want to know beforehand. Nosferatu only has 4 uses per turn, which means that you have to properly utilize every single use of Nosferatu, as it takes a whopping 40 seconds before you actually restock a new Nosferatu tone. The active frames of Nosferatu are actually very late compared to a regular grab. However, on the active frames where the grab is active, you will gain 2 frames of intangibility, which allow you to get out of some very specific situations, which is always a nice little bonus on top of the actual move itself. Another property of Nosferatu is that when you hit your opponent in the back, the amount of damage you heal is multiplied by 1.2. However, this only counts for the percentage you heal, not the percentage you deal. Beware though, as hitting Nosferatu in the air will cause Robin to go in a free fall, and this is something you really want to avoid. And on top of that, like any other command grab in the game, you can of course mash out of Nosferatu, which makes this move a little bit less effective, but it's a command grab nonetheless. So how exactly does Nosferatu determine how much you heal? Well, this is something you probably won't keep busy with while actually playing the game, but of course it's still nice knowing. So let's get into that. Let's say Robin has 150% and his or her opponent has 50%. That makes the difference 100%. Now take 0.32 and multiply it by the percentage difference and add another 8.2 to the outcome, and you will have the exact amount of percentage you will actually heal from Nosferatu.
So,
well, it's named after his character, so...
Yeah, pretty much. That joke went on forever on Twitter as well. There's the crippling depression, how Matt Asking would like to call it.
Now that we discussed the mechanics of Nosferatu, we can actually talk a bit more about the utilization and even demonstrate some examples of how to properly utilize this move. Something you have to keep in mind though is that using this move in neutral is very ill-advised, because this move leaves you vulnerable, it has a blind spot in the front, and it's definitely not worth the risk you're taking. However, as part of setup, mix-ups and combos, this move actually works pretty well. And like I want to show you in this next segment, it will showcase and hopefully inspire other Robin players on how to do so. That concludes my Nosferatu guide. For any more questions about this move or anything else that I left out of this video, feel free to ask down below in the comment section and I will respond as soon as possible. For other Robin projects, I'm still working on the Robin Guide Volume 2, which will be released in multiple parts. So that's something you can look forward to, and I'll see you guys next time.